I had an amendment where I sought to put a new clause, 27, and then renumber the other one accordingly. So, Madam Chair, my new clause that is coming is on the Health Levy Fund, which was established under the Finance Act as amended in the 2017 National Budget. What we want to do in this clause, we want to say that for the avoidance of doubt and notwithstanding any other law, all health-related tax and levy monies collected shall, upon remittance to the fund, be transferred directly and within 30 days to a designated account for the Ministry of Health and Childcare. And the monies that we are talking of include the monies from revenue from airtime and mobile data, revenue from sugar and sweetened beverage surtax, revenue from fast food and restaurant, a prescribed portion excise duty on alcoholic beverages, any other public health levy established by an act of parliament. And the proposal goes to say that the monies, the fund shall be administered, the committee that shall administer that shall include the Permanent Secretary of Health, the PEMSEC of Finance, the Commissioner General of ZIMRA, the Accountant General, and two other senior employees from Ministry of Health appointed by the Minister. The basic issue here is that members, you will be aware that the Honorable Minister of Finance has done a very important thing in the sense that he has told us and the nation at large the trajectory of government towards the question of our health, improving our health system, more so with the coming in of Donald Trump and what has also been happening where our health system now we no longer have external supporters. So the idea is to simply aid what the Honorable Minister policy trajectory is to ensure that in this bill, we come up with this, we simply say that these funds should go to this fund. The fund is already there, that those monies should go there, safeguarded, and the monies, according to my amendment, shall not be used for salaries. But these monies shall be used to ensure that we do help in terms of our health, generally in the rural areas, even in the urban areas. So this is the basic tenets of my amendment, which dovetails with the government position of making sure that you leave no one and no press behind.
Honorable Minister.
Madam Chair, I thank Honorable MUSHORIWA for trying hard to ring-fence these revenues to go towards supporting the health sector, which they are targeted for health sector in the first place. So I can assure you, Madam Chair, that these resources are targeted for the health sector. I think perhaps an impression has been created that the resources are being diverted elsewhere and so forth. That is not the case. These resources are targeted for the health sector. We've said so, and they're being applied to that sector. There's really no need to then throw those into some health levy fund and so forth. But look, he has made a proposal. So at this stage, I'm not able to accept his proposal, but I undertake, and my team is listening to me, they're sitting at the back, to study this carefully to see if we could proceed with this at the earliest opportunity. But that's for afterwards. But for now, I don't think I want to accept that. It will cause us some unnecessary indigestion. I thank you.
In the debate.
Honorable Hlachwayo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I just want to ask the Minister. The Minister told the House that the funds are being used for them they're meant to be used for. But at the same time, he's rejecting the proposal to ring-fence these particular funds. I'm not getting his argument in terms of why if he is using them for the purposes they are meant to be used for. So what is the point of saying no to ring fencing those particular funds? Can he tell us what are his reasons for saying no?
Debate.
The debate. Honorable Tobayo. Maita Basambato Eshigaro. Minister, ndinowisisa zvamuri kutaura but handisi zvamuri kutaura muchiti kana dei mafunds edu anga ari kushanda direct to the purpose, why musiri kuda kuti aite reinfence? Because mukatarisa last budget, Ministry of Health almost 5.7% yakaenda kuma salaries, whereas minister muri kuti makaendesa mari ku health, maendesa ku health, mari inozosara for medication panenge pasisina, because mari yese inenge yachoenda kuma salaries. Pamunozodzoka munomwa kutaura kuti ndakaendesa mari ku health, hamuchatarisi kuti yakanoshanda here zvanga ichifana kuitwa kudaro. Saka mukatora sugar tax mukaita reinfence yoenda direct kwainofana kushanda. At least tinotarisa kuti right, sugar tax tareceiva mari, tareceiva 10,000, right, yashanda here zvacho zvairi kufana kushanda. It's very easy to track than kana yakadaiwo so. Hatizivi kuti yashandei. At the end of the day, there is no one who will be able to explain to us. Munongoya muchiti mari yakapera. Ku-ministry also vari kutaura kuti mari haisi kusvika. So at the end of the day, I agree with Honorable Mshoriwa. There is need to reinfence mari iyoyo so that it can be protected. Yorega kushandiswa zvimwe zvinhu zvisiri zvainofana kushanda. Maita basi.
Further debate.
Debate.
Yes, I recognize Government Chief Whip.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I don't think we all understand what ring fencing is. Ring fencing doesn't mean that we create another fund, but within the consolidated fund, there is that money that we must apply to health. I don't think we need to have so many treasuries to run government. I think that's archaic. We cannot do that. The government must know that health must be funded, public service must be funded. Whatever we receive in terms of tax, we cannot have some silos of taxes. What type of running of government funds would that be? No, I think it would be. That's not the correct way of doing it. Let's have the money in the consolidated revenue fund, and the minister be responsible enough to look after the health, the Ministry of Health, not taking money into some silos. When money comes to government, it becomes the responsibility of government to distribute it, not to have here as Parliament running.
Further debate. Further debate.
Debate.
Further debate from this.
Debate.
Further debate. Madam Speaker, Maita Basa. Ndabvira kare ndichingosimuka, maybe amusikundona ndakanyanya kupfupika hangu. Ini ndanga ndichifunga mufungiro wakasiyana nezviri kutaurwa na government leader of the house. Isu tiri kuti mari ikaenda ku consolidated fund, takamboona muno vanhu vakuexchange na mawords ekunzi mari haina kuuya uye achiti mari iri kwamuna kuishandisa yese. Ingatine AIDS level 1 inongokolektwa ichienda kunaki. Takwanisa kusvika pa 95 panyaya dzekurapa zvirwere zveshura matongo. Nekuda kwekuti isu tiri kuti ku AIDS level mari yedu kwairi kuenda, tiri kuona kuti iri kushanda zviri kuenderana nekutorwa kuitwa mari iyoyo. Ko chaipa chike zvino kuti sugar tax ingotorwa yonanga kwayakananga kuna Minister of Health kuna Wamombeshora. Zvakuita sekunge tiri kuvaita sabotage kuti havasi kugona basa. asi isu tiri kuti munhu wese ari muno ane utano hwakasvika. Ndiri kutoona hangu government chief whip edu aiwa vane utano hwekuti unonyatsoona kuti vari kupenya. Saka tikaita zvekutamba neupenyu hwekuti isu tiri kuti mari ngaingonanga kwainofanirwa kunanga, tese tichawanikwa tichirwara tikashayikwa tisiri muno muparliament nekuti tinenge tichirwara. Ko tingagoitireko nharo kuti mari aiwa ngaigare navaMutkuri? Ini ndiri kuti aiwa consolidated funding ngainge iripo. Ko mari inobva kumamainzi kwese uku kunobhadharwa vanhu vachiuya kuzoti toda kumaina iri kumbouyawo here ichinzi mari iyi yashanda zvakati? Saka iyi mari chaipa chii kuti iende kunoshandiswa kuMinistry of Health? Toona zvipatara zvedu zvaane mishonga, toona manesi edu ari kumamisha vari kutambira, ende pakadai atoona madhokota edu vasatize nekuti mari inenge yakushanda. Hakuna chinorwadza sekufirwa nemurwere iwo uchifunga dai anga apuwa mushonga wakati, asi murwere ozofuma akafama kusema ona kuti dai anga akapuwa mushonga yaigona kurarama. Saka tiri kuti mari ngairege kuenda kuconsolidated fund, ngaiende direct to the Ministry of Health inoshanda zvairi intended to work that tender. Thank you.
Further debate.
Honorable Joayo.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think it's better to have two ministries or two departments accounting for the same money than to have one. So I think the current scenario is most favorable for accountability. We can follow up with the Minister of Finance. At the same time, we can also follow up with the Minister of Health. So I think the current position is common.
Further debate.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you.
There's further debate here.
Further debate.
Further debate. Please.
Rated specifically at the agency. So for now, there is no need to debate this. Taxation goes to the Minister of Finance, very responsible. He pays our salaries, he pays the whole country. So what is the huge difference? Thank you.
Further debate. Further debate.
Vanhu makungodzoko.
Further debate. Ndezvisha.
Makungodzoko.
Further debate.
Gai minister vambopindura.
Further debate. The don't is new and completely new.
Apasisina chimwe chekutaura.
Completely new. Debate. The reason why this is a serious issue. We want to speak for the citizens.
Thank you
very much. Why are you not recognizing?
Honorable Minister.
There are some very debates that Honorable Freya has proposed. I just want to go to that clause and we read it very carefully. Because really what he's asking for is for the recreation of an institution, a whole institution. And we're expected to approve that within a 10-minute debate. It can be. Let me explain. So if you look at that, he said that we amend the Health Levy Act, okay? But then we throw in the revenues for airtime, a mobile data levy, a sugar sweetened beverage surtax, fast food tax, prescribed portion for alcohol, and then any other public health levy established by an act of parliament. I don't know what that is, so it's open-ended. And then he says that what shall the funds be used for? Procurement and distribution of essential medicines and drugs, vaccines, that looks okay. Acquisition and maintenance of critical medical equipment seems okay-ish. Procurement of specialized drug for high burden diseases, that's all right. Strengthening of health supply chain systems, that is unclear. I now turn to the no-go areas. No monies from the fund shall be used for salaries, allowances, administrative overheads, or to offset general budget shortfalls of the Ministry of Health and Childcare. But this is for the Ministry of Health and Childcare. So how can it not be applied then to the Ministry of Health and Childcare? then all assets or liabilities of the fund shall vest in the fund without interruption. And then the fund shall be expressly prohibited from being used to offset budget shortfalls in the general vote of the Minister of Health and Childcare. But we raise these taxes with great pain and ingenuity to support the Minister of Health and Childcare. So how come now we can't use it for that? And then, Madam Chair, then the proposal goes on now to create a health fund committee. The committee will be chaired by the Permanent Secretary for Health and Childcare as chairperson. The other member is the Secretary for Finance. The other member is Commissioner General of ZIMRA. Then the Accountant General. And then 2 senior members of Ministry of Health and Childcare. The Accountant General shall authorize and so forth. We now have to debate the membership of the committee. So my view is that this is a profound reinstitutionalization. It should be deferred. We thank MUSHORIWA for the ingenuity and creativity, but let's take it offline, consider it properly. We can bring it back midway next year or again in November next year. But this is asking for complex institutionalization which needs to be considered carefully. I thank you.
The debate.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Madam Chair, I think the Minister is very clear. This amendment in its very nature cannot be adopted here. Even the composition of the committee, it goes against even corporate governance, other laws that we have. So if we do it the way it is even against the Constitution. We propose a budget for any institution. I'll give an example. We have a retention fund from courts. But when the minister is appropriating funds, he doesn't take that away and say you use it the way you want outside approval of Parliament. Now you are now saying we create the fund. The committee is not accountable to Parliament through the budget process. They have to do whatever they want. I think the minister is very correct. Let's think through this proposal. Let's think through the body that he wants to set up, and we set up a proper structure if we want this. But as it is, it offends a lot of our laws that we have, and we would rather pack it and we look at it at a later date. I thank you.
Further debate.
Honorable Makumire.
Further debate.
Honorable Makumire,
Madam
the ministers
Speaker,
have been...
I agree.
Honorable Makumire, I'm still talking. The ministers are very clear. They've been very clear in their responses. But
why are you blocking me?
What's there to debate? The minister... Okay, you may go ahead.
I want to say what Honorable Minister Mthuli and what Honorable Minister Shambi have said. I partially agree with them. We cannot throw away the baby with the bathwater. Yes. Let's panel beat the proposal that is being brought in here by Honorable MUSHORIWA. Because as it batsiri kulituleta 2 years, chikoleka sugar tax, hakuna kana 1 cancer machine yatengwa. And you expect us to smile, to nyarara. 2 years, more than 60 million or 70 million was collected. The sugar taxes. One arikumusha ko vari kutambura because dying of cancer. Anditi. Maria iskuenda. So what we want is kuti Maria collect ngaiende kuma cancer machines. 2 years mchitenga ma cancer machines. Satamane vanhu mimi.
Debate. Madam Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Debate. Suppose that we proceed. Part of the problem is with Parliament committees that do oversight on Ministry of Health. They must follow up that. But what is being proposed now, Madam Speaker, is not implementable. There is a usurping of the function of the executive, and me and the minister, we cannot allow ourselves to sit here and constitute a committee or even panel beat it. It's not practical. It needs a lot of thought to be put into it. It needs a lot of input that we need even our own officials to interrogate. part of what they are saying is not implementable. So let's proceed, Madam Speaker. And
Point of order. Point of order.
May we have order?
Would like to respond to that, Madam.
May we have order?
Point.
Let's vote.
I have a point.
Honorable Khatshwayo Ndrukumbotaura. My ministers, this is not an overnight job. The order. This is not an overnight job. My ministers have been very clear, and we have to do that for progress.
This is a serious issue, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Chair.
The last person.
Honorable Chair, when we of arguments and disagreements on a straightforward law-making or policy-making structures where people want us to do things, I think it's better we go to vote if that's what they want.
But Chief, it's still going to be
Point of order.
No, Honorable Chair.
Point of order.
Honorable
Can you say when it comes to policy, you don't vote, we've got to agree.
Point of order. My minister's response are very clear. You know very well.
They are clear to you. They are not clear to me.
Honorable Chair.
They are clear to you.
Honorable Chair.
They are not clear to me, and I've
recognize you.
Chair.
Madam Chair.
Propose that we divide the house.
Madam Chair.
I propose.
Order. May please have order in the house. Honorable Mauswa, I'm not entertaining this anymore.
No,
I put the amendment proposed by the.
No, Madam Speaker, ma'am.
But we must be allowed
proposed by Honorable Mthuli.
We must be allowed to debate, Madam Chair.
Honorable Khatshwayo.
But I want to say my point of order.
Divide the house. Let's divide.
Leader of
Point of order. I've got a point of order.
Honorable Khatshwayo.
Yes, I've got a point of order, Madam Chair.
Divide the house.
Honorable Khatshwayo.
I said I've got a point of order, Madam Chair. I want to speak.
Honorable Khatshwayo, put yourself to order. I put the amendment.
I've got a point of order.
You may proceed.
Thank you. Madam Chair, this issue is so important to us. It is important because it speaks directly to the issues that are affecting citizens. Not only that, we have a point of order.
Order, that's not a point of order, Honorable Khatshwayo.
It's a point of order. You need to listen. You cannot rule before I say it out. I haven't even finished.
It's not a point of order.
That's not a point of order. You are raising that order.
You have to listen first, then give your ruling.
Into which standing order? That's not a point of order.
But how do you know
raise That's not a point of order that you are raising. I put the amendment proposed by Honorable Mthuli. Is there any
Madam Chair.
Honorable Mauswa,
Madam
can you please take your seat?
Mira, that's one thing. Patakaita this tax. Tairamba sema honorable members kutite sugar tax. Honorable Mthuli nyuwe wakati nyengetedza. Wakati honai varume Zimbabwe iri kufa nekenza. Chiitai kuti mima honorable members.
Honorable Mauswa, I did not recognize.
Wakati mutibvumidze.
Honorable Mauswa, my minister was very clear in his response. This is not the right platform. This is not the right platform for it. It cannot be done over 24 hours. You can't do that.
But
if they need time to go and consult, they can go and consult. This is so important.
Honorable Changirai Garai Pasi.
Which cancer machines did you buy since 2022? Not radiated one patient since 2022.
My honorable members, Agamira.
Mpilo there. At Mpilo, everything is down.
I put the amendment proposed by Honorable.
Hakuna. Aziko.
I said that the amendment be. No, also that.
If we don't talk about case, divide. We're going to number with a ring fence. Let's divide the house.
27 or 24 amendment of section 80A of chapter 23.06. Order.
The packet here. We'll pack it here. We're not moving. Go right. Wait, I make ring fence. Ring fence. Yeah. Marewan. Ring fence. 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 Ring fence the money. What's the problem?
Madam Speaker, can I move a chair? Papa, I'm going to my advice before my chief whip. Hey, I'm going to tell my advice, my chief.
Let's vote on the issue. Citizen, the ring fence. Let's vote on the issue. Divide the house. It's very simple. Divide the house.
Let's divide the house. Let's divide the house.
It's now 7:30. Taku break for dinner. Chotoka na.
Ring fence. Ring fence.
After dinner to the
Makazviita kuti